Good morning, Ms. Sanchez.
Good morning, sir.
Ma'am, you were charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes.
Defendant were in a dating relationship for 5 years. On November 27th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a residence
in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a family assault in progress. The officer contacted the complainant on the phone and could hear him screaming and telling the defendant to get off of him and to stop pulling his hair. Officer contacted asked the complainant if the defendant was still assaulting him, and the complainant responded yes. Defendant fled the scene on foot. When officers arrived, the complainant gave the direction of travel to the officer. The complainant stated he and the defendant had been putting up Christmas lights after drinking and an argument ensued. The complainant said the defendant began attacking him by pulling his hair, causing pain.
The complainant fell to the ground and the defendant proceeded with kicking him. The complainant said that when the defendant drinks, she gets aggressive and wants to fight. Officers returned the defendant to scene and she would not cooperate, was yelling obscenities at the complainant, and was acting belligerently.
That there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Yes, sir. If you don't have anyone to pony up $5,000 to $10,000 on a bond for you, guess what happens? You'll be stuck like Chuck until this case is over with. And I'm going to tell you, it takes damn near 9 months just to get a 911 tape. Behave while you're out there in the free world, or I will take the free world away from you.
Tell me, what do you do for a living?
I'm a recruiter, skilled trades, and then operations coordinator.
You have an income.
Not at this moment. I recently got laid off in October.
Okay. I have an application already on file. Do you want a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am?
At this time, yes, sir. If you could, please.
We need to talk about the complaining witness.
So Conrad has spoken to the complainant and he would like no contact as well as a residency restriction, Judge.
Okay. You heard that, Miss?
You heard that, Miss Sanchez. There's a protective order that has been issued in this case. The protective order was issued on November 28th. I would suggest you get to know it. If you violate the protective order, they can and will file a violation of protective order against you, and that is the capital murder of misdemeanors. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up over here. Do you understand? So don't have any. Judge warns one reckless choice can destroy lives forever. Don't go back to the house listed on the protective order, which is at the Woodlands West. That is not a problem, sir. Okay, so I'm gonna have you, sign a reset with Ramona. We'll have you get with police-free bond conditions. Then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we find a lawyer, please. Do you mind filing no contact and no weapons, please? Yes.
Do you mind filing no contact and no weapons, please?
Yes, Judge. And did you also say no alcohol or?
Oh, don't worry about it, because since she's monitored, don't even worry about it. Right.
All right, Sir Tucci, page 22.
You saw that.
S-E-R. Did I pronounce it?
I did.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Give me a second. Let me see. Morning, Connor. Morning, sir.
Judge, does Ms. Sanchez have any documents to sign?
With me.
Yeah, she will with Felicia. She's getting monitored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Officers were dispatched to a person-down call at the intersection of Bagby and Elgin Street. Officers observed the defendant's motor vehicle stopped in a moving lane of traffic. HFD advised that when they arrived earlier, the defendant was in the driver's seat behind the wheel with his foot on the brake and the vehicle in drive. HFD EMT further advised that when the driver woke up, he admitted to having been drinking. Weapons, please. Yes.
Yes, sir.
On November 27th of 2024, officers were dispatched to a person down call at the intersection of Bagby and Elgin Street. Officers observed the defendant's motor vehicle stopped in a moving lane of traffic. HFD advised that when they arrived earlier, the defendant was in the driver's seat behind the wheel with his foot on the brake and the vehicle in drive. HFD EMT further advised that when the driver woke up, he admitted to having been drinking. Officers observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage and glassy eyes on the defendant. SFSTs were conducted, 6 out of 6 HGN, 8 out of 8 walk and turn, 4 out of 4 one-leg stand. On the way to JPC, the defendant threw up in the patrol vehicle. DICs
You don't have
were
to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Saman. He'll tell you when you have to come back to court. For now, I'll have you sign a re-SO with Ramona. We'll have you get with your bond conditions with Felicia.
Waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Saman. He'll tell you when you have to come back to court. For now, I'll have you sign a re-SO with Ramona. We'll have you get with your bond conditions with Felicia, and then we'll have you take a seat in the back, wait for Mr. Omar. All right? Please.